I refused to visit my stepsister in the hospital, even though she might die. And I don't feel bad about it, not even a little bit. The truth is, I low-key hate her. She's not my real sister. She's not even really family to me. She's just the daughter of the woman my dad married 3 years ago. And ever since they moved in, I've been invisible in my own home. I've been replaced, forgotten. And now they want me to sit by her hospital bed, pretend like I care, pretend like she even knows I'm there. She doesn't. She's severely disabled. I don't know what exactly is wrong with her, because no one ever tells me anything. They always say I'm too young to understand, but I'm not. I'm 15, and I see everything. I see that she can't talk. I see that she breaks her bones a lot. I see her have seizures, violent, terrifying ones, where she thrashes and foams at the mouth and her whole body shuts down. I see how she just stares blankly, how she doesn't react when people talk to her, laugh around her, or cry in front of her. There's nothing there. She's like a body with nothing inside. And that's what I live with. My dad met my stepmom 4 years ago. They dated for 1 year and got married right after. And then she moved in with her daughter, and everything changed. Suddenly, I wasn't the center of my dad's world anymore. I wasn't even in his world. His whole life revolved around this new woman and her daughter. The daughter who required constant full-time care. The daughter who couldn't be left alone for even a few minutes. The daughter who demanded every minute of his time, every ounce of his attention, every drop of his patience. And mine too, because they started asking me to help. Constantly. Can you feed her lunch while we get ready for her appointment? Can you stay home today in case she wakes up and needs something? Can you get her something for her birthday? Just a little gift? But I didn't want to. I didn't ask for this. I didn't ask to be the one spooning banana pudding into a girl's mouth while wiping drool off her chin. I didn't ask to be the reason I missed my friend's birthday at the mall. I didn't ask to feel like a stranger in my own house. And they never explained anything to me. Not really. Not her condition. Not what to expect. Not how to handle it. They just dropped this new family into my life and expected me to adapt. But I couldn't. So I shut down. I kept to myself. I stopped asking to hang out with friends. I stopped trying to talk to my dad about my day. I just gave up. I got used to being alone. I got used to being overlooked. I got used to being the kid who doesn't need anything, because they made it clear, all the needing, all the energy, all the love, it went to her. And I hated it. And maybe that's why I started hating her too. Not in a loud, screaming way. Just a quiet, simmering kind of hate. The kind that sits behind your ribs and never really moves. The kind you don't say out loud. But I'm saying it now. Because a few days ago, she had a seizure. A big one. 8 minutes long. The ambulance came. They took her to the hospital. My stepmom was hysterical. My dad was panicked. They didn't even tell me what was going on until after she was admitted. And then they asked me to come visit. They asked me to go to that sterile, fluorescent room and sit beside the girl I never bonded with. The girl I've been caring for, like a babysitter, but who doesn't even recognize my face. The girl I've resented for stealing my dad. I told them no. Flat out. No. And they got quiet. They didn't yell. They didn't fight. But the house turned cold. They barely spoke to me. They stopped asking me to do things. Not in a good way, but in that passive-aggressive way. My dad looked at me like I was a stranger. Then I got a call from my grandma in Canada. I hadn't spoken to her in weeks. She said, "It's okay. You don't have to go. You don't need to force yourself." Which means, my dad told her. He told her I was refusing to visit. He told her I wouldn't go see my dying stepsister. Dying. That's what he said next. That she might die. And I still said no. I told him I hate hospitals. That I remember the last time I went to one. That I remember seeing my mom in a hospital bed before she died. That I still see it every time I walk past those automatic doors. That I don't want to go through that again. And he just looked at me like he didn't understand at all. He said, "This isn't about you. You need to stop being so selfish. Your stepmom is hurting." And that's when it really hit me. This was never about her daughter. This was about them. This was about their grief, their expectations, their need for me to pretend like I'm part of this perfect blended family. But I'm not. I'm a kid who lost his mom, who got replaced by a woman he barely knows, and who's now being told to perform love for a sister he never had. And I'm done performing. I know some people will hear this and think I'm cruel, that I should have gone, that it wouldn't have killed me, that I could have done the right thing. But I don't know what the right thing is anymore. Is it right to force a child to care for someone they never chose? Is it right to demand emotional labor from a teenager who's still grieving their own mother? Is it right to be told that your own feelings don't matter because someone else's tragedy is bigger? I don't think so. And I get it. My stepsister didn't ask for this either. She didn't choose to be born this way. She didn't choose to need so much. She didn't choose to become the center of the universe. But neither did I. So I stayed home. And maybe that makes me the bad guy. But maybe it just makes me a kid who's finally setting a boundary. So, am I the asshole? This story isn't simple. It's not black and white. It's messy. It's raw. It's real. It's a story about a child who was expected to be an adult, about a boy who lost his mother and never got the space to grieve, about a father who tried to do the right thing for one child and forgot he had another. We often expect teenagers to be resilient, to bounce back, to understand things beyond their years, to show maturity when they're barely old enough to vote. But resilience doesn't mean silence, and boundaries are not cruelty. There's a difference between compassion and self-abandonment. Sometimes, choosing not to go is an act of self-preservation, and that's okay. And yet, this story also reminds us resentment can harden into something dangerous if left unspoken. It can turn into hate. And hate, when directed at the wrong person, at someone who never meant to take from you, can leave you hollow. So we ask you, what would you have done? Would you have gone to the hospital? Would you have stood your ground? Would you have found a way to forgive your dad, your stepmom, your sister? Or would you still be sitting in that quiet room, alone, unseen, unheard? Let us know in the comments below. And remember, sometimes the hardest stories to hear are the ones that need to be told the most. This is AITA Story Vault. Until next time.